If you're looking for a budget-friendly, larger tablet in 2026, there's actually quite a few to choose from now. So is the Redmi Pad 2 Pro still worth it in 2026? Well, let's talk about it. Probably one of the best parts of this tablet is the larger 12.1-inch 2.5K resolution display and up to 120Hz refresh rate. If you're streaming videos or reading, I think the screen quality on here is actually pretty nice for the price. It also has a quad speaker setup with Dolby Atmos. With a quad speaker setup, I know a lot of people are probably using Bluetooth headphones nowadays, but it's still nice to have good quality speakers on a tablet in my opinion. It also has one of the largest batteries at 12,000 milliamp hours. I know when running my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness, this lasted about 7 hours, which is pretty good considering the size and brightness of the screen. I think you could get a couple days of normal use, even longer once you turn the screen brightness down. It also has really nice build quality, although I feel like most companies are using aluminum nowadays, but still has good build quality and it feels comfortable in the hands. This also has two things that you don't always see in tablets and phones anymore, and that's a headphone jack, plus it also takes a micro SD card as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see those two disappear within the next couple years, but we'll have to wait and see. It's just always nice to have those two as either a backup or just to have options really. Of course, with this being more budget friendly, there's obviously some downsides to this tablet. And while I think performance on here is probably good enough for most people with a Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 processor and 6GB of RAM, it's definitely going to struggle if you want to do a lot of 4K video editing or high-end gaming, that kind of stuff. So just something to keep in mind if you go with this tablet. I would also say the cameras on here are just okay. You could probably use them for video calls or if you have to do document scanning, that kind of stuff. But it's definitely not going to be even close to most budget cell phones. Although really, I don't know if there's that many tablets out there that have really good cameras. So to me, that's probably not going to be as important as some of these other things mentioned. I think the screen brightness on here is pretty decent at 600 nits. Plenty bright enough for indoor use. Just keep in mind, if you would take this outdoors, it may struggle a bit. But really, to get the tablets that you can use outdoors are usually quite a bit more expensive. And this gets 4 years of software updates with 4 years of security updates, so not quite as good as the Redmi Pad 2 for some reason, but still not bad considering what you get with some of the other budget tablets out there. I would say if you're just looking for something to watch movies, YouTube videos, maybe do some reading, all of those are going to look really nice on this tablet. Nice thing is this one also works with the Redmi Smart Pen if you want to draw, take notes, and those types of things. Unfortunately, I don't have one to test on here, but still nice to have that option. I think this is a nice upgrade over the previous Redmi Pad Pro. For anyone looking to upgrade, I think it just comes down to what you're looking for in a tablet. But I think this one gets a lot of the basic stuff right. The software on this one's going to be very similar to most other Xiaomi and Redmi products. Unfortunately, you don't get workstation on this one. I assume it's because this has lower performance, but you do have split screen and floating windows to be a little more productive. Of course, you have Gemini as the assistant and some AI features similar to other Android devices like Circle to Search. Overall, I would say yes, this is still worth it in 2026, even with some of those other options out there. There's a couple others that you may want to consider, like the Galaxy Tab S10 FE or the new Idea Tab Pro Gen 2 from Lenovo. I know if you're considering an iPad, you can usually get ones that are a couple years old at a decent price, and they still have several years of software updates left. So that could be one thing to consider as well. If you like tablets, phones, and other tech, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on as usual. So you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.